Alright, I found olive. This is what I'm gonna make. Not make, but put my water in. This is my mug. Café Bustelo. My creamer. And I need to give me the other creamers now that I have a refrigerator, but I'm just gonna use these until then. And this, which is collagen peptides, I put in there as well. So let's do this before I start on this video. Peace and blessed Jupiter day. So yesterday, as a matter of fact, I did a video and it was on the reciprocity of your currency, and not this currency, but this currency. And within that video, I was going to begin to speak about why the healing journey is no longer going to be a part of my vocabulary, as much as I can try to reprogram myself to not always think of myself of having a healing journey. And I'm going to explain why in a minute. However, I want to get me some good café in my body, so I know I have some café bustelo in there, and so I'm going to make some. Let's do that real quick. Alright, I found olive. This is what I'm gonna make. Not make, but put my water in. This is my mug. Café bustelo. My creamer. And I need to give me the other creamers now that I have a refrigerator, but I'm just gonna use these until then. And this, which is collagen peptides, I put in there as well. So let's do this before I start on this video. First, measuring. Measure how much water I want. I'm talking to you guys like you don't know how to make coffee, but I guess this is the van life way, right? Put that in there, put this away, I don't need it anymore. I actually need to get my spoon. Alright, let's warm up this water. I'm gonna have to start the van first, because this is a process. Into my adapter. God, I'm so sorry. The stand situation in van life is crazy. And there goes the beeping again. Oh, I haven't even posted up the video that I made yesterday with me cooking my bagel sandwich. But while the water's doing its thing, I'm gonna put some café bustelo in here, which I usually do about 1.5 spoons. Nothing too crazy. So while I'm down here, I know you guys are probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a swig. Just get used to it. I'm gonna put some of this creamer in, because the peptides, the collagen, doesn't really give me a creamy vibe effect. So the collagen is 2 scoops. Put these away. And I'm going to do a whole tour of my van. I know you guys want to know where I store everything and how I store it. I usually like to use agave, but I ran out. So I'm going to be using my honey. Because that's all all I have, which is, you know, it's alright, but I prefer agave. I'm going to keep that out just in case it's not where I want it. But yeah, it's pretty fast. You guys can see the water is steaming. So it's almost done, ready to go. Trying to get this whole thing set up. So yeah, trying to get this whole thing set up with like having the camera here and the van here. I know sometimes when we videotape, it looks like we have a whole lot of space, but the space is minimal. So I'm gonna light some sage before I start this video as well, while I drink my coffee, just so I can get the vibe going. But yeah, it's steaming already, as you can see. So let's go ahead and finish this coffee. That took all about what? A couple minutes. It smells good. I don't want to spill it. Okay, let's try it. Perfect. You know, because I'm perfect. I don't need anything extra. It's awesome. It's like after a while, you already know about the pores that you need. So now I can just put that away. Put my spoon away. A little bit of water mess on my counter. Actually, paper towels. I'm gonna wash this real quick, or just wipe it down. Nothing too cray-cray. Get my spoon out of here. Alright, I'm coming, guys and ladies. Telling you, every single thing in van life is a process, but you learn to deal with it along the way. All right, I'll leave that door open, come back to my seat. Mama, excuse me, baby. Thank you. Actually, I'm gonna do a little Palo Santo instead. All right, I'm back. For a minute there, I didn't think it was recording. I was about to be like, no, I need to lift this up too. Oh my God, yes, I'm so glad I did that. All right, let's do this. Okay. Now, just gonna get a couple deep breaths in. Little disclaimer, the cat is running around, so if you hear anything, you know it's her. All right. Why I'm over the word healing and the energy behind it. Whenever you profess that you need healing, you're informing your body mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually that you're damaged or that you are sick. Healing, as I was saying, I had to stop the video real quick. If you cut yourself, your body heals the cut and the wound, right? It's the physical element of ourselves. It's the healing process. If I cut myself, everything that needs to begin the process of going through healing, new skin, blood cells, whatever else, is going to go to that specific area and heal the wound with this external body, this physical body. The mind doesn't require healing. Memory doesn't require healing. Consciousness, awareness doesn't require healing. Those things are untangible. And your memory is what's triggering your emotions, your state of being, anxiousness, anxiety, panic attacks, thoughts of suicide. And because we're constantly in this space of professing on a daily basis that we need healing, you are telling your emotional body, your physical body, your spiritual body, your etheric body, your mental body, that you are broken, damaged, and sick. We all know, we see it everywhere, that your words, what you profess, is casting a spell on yourself. Nobody else. Even if you have ill intention towards somebody, what you've done to somebody, you've already done to yourself. Your mind and memory are just compartmentalized experiences that you have attached yourself to and made it your truth. There is no healing from that. The pain that you feel was caused by a memory that you have attached yourself to and taken it on to your physical form and stayed long enough in that truth, whether delusional or not, to where now your physical body is giving you this siren that we need to change what's going on in here so we can begin to change what's going on in here. This controls this, right? You can't blink your eyes without the signal telling you that you need to blink. I can't snap my hands without your mind telling you that you need to snap. So your actions, how you move, self-talk, all plays a role. And if we're constantly on a daily basis telling ourselves that we need to heal, you keep professing that you are sick. And it's also a victim mentality, because most of the times when we're talking about healing, we're always speaking about what somebody else did to us, right? And I think, Mama, where are you getting these nails? And what happened to that little nail punch thing? Because if I lay on it on the bed, this chick, I don't know where she gets all this stuff from. I guess because she can get into like the little crevices. I just seen her and it just threw me off. Okay. There I go, blaming the cat. Blaming the cat for my state of not remembering what I said and throwing myself off. See? Because of her, I can't remember. This is what we do. We're programmed to do this. Whatever happens to ourselves, our first initial response is not taking accountability for our energy field. It's not taking accountability for our thoughts. It's not taking accountability for us and the way that we move and how we think and, you know, how we project. It comes natural. You know, we were raised in this shit. So we do not. Okay, so staying in your victim mentality is, let me give you an example of what we do, right? We go through the experience as a child. Usually a lot of our shit is as a child, sometimes mostly as adults as well too, but mostly childhood, as we call traumas. We held on to that memory up into our adulthood. We recognize it, we know that it's there, and we talk about it. We talk about it, we talk about it, we talk about it. We end up getting in codependency relationships because they've been there, I've done it, and the only reason why I attract this person and I have codependency upon them is because, or trauma-based codependency is because I keep professing it. And so I'm aligning myself to this experience. I have to hold this because she's playing with the nail around the stand. Mommy, can you go over there and play with it? Here. So then now, because you're emitting that poor me syndrome and that trauma-filled reality of yourself, you're now collecting souls in that same frequency, right? And then you sit back and you question, why is this man or woman not on the frequency that I'm at? Because you think you're here, when really the attraction of your partner that's come into your life is reflecting to you where you are. So your consciousness is aware, right? Like I'm picking a partner. He or she looks great. We're on the same frequency. We're on the same vibe, but really you're not, because subconsciously is what's picking your partner. That memory bank of the traumas that you keep speaking about is what's really connecting you to your partner. But yet you'll sit back and you'll complain why you attracted a partner as such and blame them as being the problem. Just because we live a spiritual journey and just because we think we're healing, your energy field is going to speak more than what you're professing. And that is why it's important to pay attention to people's actions before you listen to their words. Pay attention to their lifestyle. Pay attention to the people that they're surrounding themselves with. Pay attention to the conversations that they have with others, the advice that they're giving to others. And that's how you know where their true frequency is at. So, Mama, I'm going to take you outside in a minute, okay, baby? So this healing mentality that we have, even though we think it's a spiritual journey and we have to go through the healing, and we wake up every day talking about how I need to heal, how I need to do this, the traumas that I've experienced, what my mother's done to me, what my father did to me, what my brother's done to me. You know what I'm saying? What my sister's done to me, what my boyfriend did to me, what my husband, wife did to me, and the fucking list goes on and on and on. That's not healing. That's playing the victim in your own creation. And then putting yourself through this chaotic cycle of thinking that you're actually healing yourself when you're actually not. All you're doing is staying in that same energy field of victimhood and still attaching yourself to that same experience, those same partners that subconsciously is truly the leader in your life. Just because you speak spiritual, the subconscious mind is always going to reveal something different. And this is why I am choosing to eliminate. I went through that process of constantly saying healing this and healing that, you know, and yes, things are going to surface when they're supposed to, I'm going to be triggered when I'm supposed to. But to every day confess my healing, that's just not where it's at for me anymore. You know, I really had to step outside of myself, and why I kept saying this over and over again, and what was attached to what I was saying. You know, I don't want to speak anymore about healing. I don't want to speak about how I'm broken. I don't want to speak about, hold on, this video part is going to end. Yeah, so I had to do an evaluation of what I was speaking to myself and what I was collecting, you know. And the subconscious mind is always the truth teller. And this is why it's important to even observe your own self, not just observe others, but even observe your own self. Because the subconscious mind is the truth teller. The conscious mind is the one that can taste, feel, see, touch. I know that this is a lighter. I know that I'm sitting here. I know that I'm in my van. The subconscious mind is the record keeper. And so why would you want to keep going back? I hear people talking about, like, you know, going back to your past and, you know, tapping in to your past and what somebody did to you, because, you know, you want to tap back in to your subconscious mind so you can fucking figure out, you know, the shadow aspect of yourself. The shadow aspect of yourself is going to arrive when it needs to arrive. A lot of that is planetarian. It's going to come in seasons. And so why would you want to live in this victim mentality of always thinking that you're broken and that you're sick on a daily basis when you can just live your life? And even if it is delusional, be delusional then. But it's not, because in this reality there are so many beautiful things in this life that you could be living for, besides constantly professing that you're broken and that you're sick because you need to be healed. You know, and it's about reprogramming. It's not about going back into the past trying to figure out why people did what they so-called did to you. You needed that for your experience. So why are you living in the victim mentality? Have you asked yourself that question? You know, do we ask ourselves those questions? You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, I think it's important to move forward in reprogramming the subconscious mind. You know what you've been through. You were there. You experienced it. You know that. But are you there now? You're not. Is it happening to you now? It's not. The only reason why you're still feeling it is because you've attached yourself to that memory and made it your truth. You want to feel like you're a victim. You like that feeling of feeling like you're a victim. You're addicted to that. You know why? Because you keep going back to it. Tap into things that are going to reprogram those memories. And if it does come up, transmute that shit. Alchemize it. You know, I see you for what you are. Thank you for existing, but your job is done. You have to have the power to do that. It's not about taking that memory and it's showing up again. And now you're in a, here comes the feeling again. Oh my God, I feel myself sinking. I'm shrinking again, and I'm going to allow it. And now that I'm shrinking again, all of you that I envisioned that has done this to me, you are all wrong for what you did. And now here I am having to go through what you put me through. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a book. I'm going to, you know, find a guru. I'm going to do tarot cards. I'm going to ask the motherfucking birds what my issue is. And maybe they'll fucking know the answer. And then if I look for something external that is part of my delusion, then I'm going to come to you and try to teach you that. Because we're all broken, we're all sick, and we all need healing. That doesn't feel good to me anymore. Like, it just does not feel good to me anymore. And I am speaking about my own journey, where I'm at, where I'm heading. But yes, you cannot stay in this mind frame. Emit that energy out. Attract partners that match that frequency. And then tell them they ain't shit because of who you connected to. on a trauma bond. And if you can't recognize that you've attached yourself to a trauma bond, then you got to go a little bit deeper. You got to dive into the abyss a little bit deeper. And so, yeah, solutions. Let's talk about solutions of how we can begin to reprogram the subconscious mind, which is just a memory. Again, remember, ask yourself if something arises, is this happening to me now? Am I in the presence of these people? And why am I giving these people so much power over me to make me feel like I can enjoy my life and be beautiful and be desired and have a passion for life? Do they really matter that much? Solution-based, because I always say if we're not here for the solutions, then what are we even talking about? Subconscious mind is about programming. It's a record keeper. Instead, every single day, be intentional, not with what's going on here, but be intentional with the shit that makes you feel good, that brings your soul alive, that makes your heart skip a beat. Live in all of that, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's meditation, whether it's being in the grass, grounding yourself. If you have to, get a massage, get your energy filled, realigned. Binaural beats is one of my favorites. This is where we really need to begin to realize that all is sound and vibration. So the more that you can deal with yourself in quietness, without speaking, without having to hear somebody else speak, then you begin to harness more of that energy field around you. And so binaural beats, solfeggios, is what I highly, highly recommend. You listen to in the morning, you listen to in the evening time before you go to bed, and you begin to reprogram yourself with words of affirmation. Remember, your words matter. And it doesn't have to be talking. You can affirm it here. You can affirm it with inside of yourself and put some headphones on and listen to some solfeggio and some binaural beats. And let that be what you choose instead of, I need healing and, why is everybody around me shitty? I don't know. Why is everybody around you shitty? Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? Have you checked that energy of yours? Because even though you're professing one thing, you're doing something else and being something else and aligning yourself to something different. So what does that really mean? Pay attention to the mirror. We love putting the mirror up to our face when we want to look beautiful, look a certain way. We'll be in that mirror all damn day. But to really look deep with the reflections through others, nobody wants to tap into that. They don't like that. So nobody outside of you is ever going to tell you your journey. Everybody's journey is different. So you're going to have to begin to, as I said in my other video, be your own guru. Begin to be your own guru. Don't depend on other people's perception of your life to dictate where you need to go and what message they have for you. And, God told me to tell you. Well, first of all, we are God. So how did God go to you and then miss me? The birds wanted me to tell you. The butterflies wanted me to tell you. Bitch, they ain't saying nothing. They're enjoying their lives. But if we have to use that to make ourselves feel a little bit more gentler and at ease, and so be it. But it's the subconscious mind. Everything external, we're always going to try to pick and choose what's going to soothe what we're going through. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just don't forget about the subconscious mind. That's where it all dwells. It's the program. You're on a robotic time frame. You're on a robotic clock. And your journey, whether take it or leave it, it doesn't have to be. But I've noticed for myself that my journey isn't about what's happened to me. It's about where I'm heading. Taking accountability for how I feel in this moment. Recognizing when something shows up. Letting it pass. But not holding on to it to where now I have to get on a video talking about what everybody else is doing and be the victim of my life. Not playing that role anymore. So, yeah, I wanted to do this on my other video, but like I said, I'm already going to be like 20 minutes in, and I just felt like this one was a deep one, because I think we, even through spirituality, we can find that to be an escapism, and healing can be an escapism, So, yeah, just, I guess, check yourself before you wreck yourself is true. Peace. Enjoy Jupiter.